This morning, I want to bring a little bit of attention to our need to be able to feel sometimes what our body is feeling. Other times, there's times that over-focusing is not healthy either. This morning I'm waking up and I am feeling more of a desire for a need for self-love. Excuse me. Sometimes the way that we have been brought up or what we have been taught, we don't understand how much the things that we have learned, that we've taught, the experiences that we had, how people made us feel, if we never had a proper release of being able to communicate this through and process it through, it gets stuck in the body's nervous system, in the tissues, into the muscles, and often it comes out later in life. And whether it's chronic issues or health issues or whatnot, we have forgotten the power that we have within our own bodies. How our thoughts literally change, like the chemicals that are released by the brain into the body. Our thoughts are more powerful than we think. If you think that you're in danger, okay, if you hear some kind of a big thump or something in the middle of the night, and your first reaction is someone's in my house, what does the body do? What does the brain do? It pumps cortisol and adrenaline into your system, boom, because what it's trying to do is save you, okay? It's trying to save you from a predator or a potential danger. You get up, you go search the house, nothing's there, and then what happens? All of a sudden, it was just the cat knocked over the vase or whatever. Everything calms down. It's like, okay, relaxation can start to set in. In today's day and age, with over-information and over-stimulation, okay, there's always something. This media ad, you can't even listen to music videos without an ad interrupting almost every song. There's over-information. We need to bring our body and our brain down to calmer states. Those of you know I can have a very active mind. But if I don't do the inner work, I won't even begin to explain all the symptoms that come up in my body. So what happens is, over the years, okay, overstuffing emotions in our body, stuff, it's got to go somewhere in our body. When we don't process those emotions, it comes out in our body. So think of constant stress, like that knocked over lamp in the middle of the night. You think someone's in the house. The brain automatically wants to protect you, so it pumps the cortisol and the adrenaline in your system to give you that extra burst of energy, what you need to go and, fight for your life, flee the scene, whatever. When we have constant threats around us, constant stresses around us all the time, whether it's constantly on your phone, constantly worrying about what people think. I shouldn't say you, I should say we. Okay, not that I'm constantly on my phone, but I can be for certain periods of time when I'm, writing up a post or something like that, because I am over-detailed, but we're not going to get into that right now. But when we have overstimulation, okay, our brain is constantly in that stress mode. And what does it do in stress mode? The brain is not its own entity. It goes by the signals and the things that we teach it. Okay? why what we do, the way that we feel, the words that we say, the circumstances we put ourselves in, the reactions that we have, what we do and what we don't do, it reads everything, okay? It reads everything. So when we're constantly in stress mode, whether it's being from online, the job place, this or that, it is constantly putting those stress chemicals into the body trying to protect you. But what happens is, if we don't come to that place of center and peace, those stress chemicals, which are made to save our lives, become toxic to our bodies. Okay? So we have got to change those chemicals that are being pumped into our blood and into our system by reducing the stress, by changing our routines, by changing our mindsets. The list could go on. We need to change it so that our brain knows and feels that we are safe. If it feels that we're safe, it will begin putting in the good chemicals. If you are feeling fear and alone, do you think, I'm always going to be alone? No one loves me. Nobody cares. When we think that way, the brain is releasing those stress chemicals into our body. But you're like, well, how do I change it? No one's showing me any love, or no one's doing anything. I know it's difficult. Okay? I've struggled with this all my life. And I still struggle very much with what people think of me. Okay? But I have learned that there's processes that we can do. We change our thinking, and if we can change our thinking, we can change how we feel. And if we can change how we feel, we're going to change how we respond and react. If we can change how we respond and how we react, it brings the body back down. It just helps us to find grounding. But the changing of how we respond, it begins here. If we can change our mind, which will then change our emotions, it's going to change how we respond. We need to teach our brain and our nervous system safety. Safety, okay? It comes teaching. I'm 50 years old. And what I have learned these last 3 years of being in 10 years of chronic pain, these 3 years, which have been a roller coaster, and even the last 4 or 5 years, I would say the last 5 years have been the biggest hell of my life. But you know what? The last 2 years of this biggest, let me rephrase that. The last 2 years, within everything that's coming up in my body and in my nervous system, and everything that's even happened in our own lives, with even our loss of our son, and then chronic pain and anxiety and trauma coming up in system because of all the years I've stuffed stuff down. Too much has happened in my body and in the way I've thought for all my life. And it's not per se like, oh, it's like some people might say, oh, it's because you lost your son, or it's because of the chronic pain. It's a combination of my entire life. been a combination of my entire life. My entire life of overstuffing emotions because I've been highly, highly sensitive. The body remembers everything. So we've got to change the chemicals that we are allowing into our lives because of our thoughts, and our brain trying to protect us is putting those chemicals in. We need to change the chemicals. When you get a hug from someone, a wonderful chemical called oxytocin is released into our blood system. You know that beautiful feeling that you get? That's a chemical that the brain releases into the body. It's the safety. It's that rest and digest, that beautiful feeling. Well, how do you get oxytocin if there's no one there to hug me? There's different ways that oxytocin can be released. It can be through a pet, love through a pet. There's different things, but you know what else? You can learn to self-soothe. Self-soothe. So wrap your arms around yourself. When you were a baby, your mom cradled you and held you, and your body is rewired. Your body is wired to know that this sensation is safety and love. And you know, if you begin to practice just self-love, physical touch is very important. Okay? You don't have someone there to do it for you. You do it yourself. Hug yourself. And mean it. Feel it. I love you. I love you. I love you. And look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. You are more beautiful than you think and more stronger than you can believe. You've got this, girl. You've got this boy, this guy. Man. Relax. Put your hand on your heart. On your belly. These places are a lot of stored emotions too, but they're soothing centers. Put your hand on your chest and on your belly. I'm beautiful. I got this. I give thanks for the health of my being. Remember who you are. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. You change how you feel. You change how you feel. I'm going to even bring this back even again because I think I missed a point. You change your mindset. You change your words. You change how you feel. You change how you respond. And you change your life. One step at a time. I can't express the importance of one step at a time. One step. I don't care how small it is. It could be the fact that you're listening to this video. It could be the fact that you get up in the morning when you feel like staying in bed all day and you get out for a walk. It could be getting up and just sitting in front of the window and getting some sunshine because you don't have any energy to do anything else, even though you know you should. That little step, just getting yourself out of bed, maybe listening to a soothing song like this while you're sitting there. That could be today's step. Tomorrow, Maybe you'll do something a little bit different. Maybe you'll step outside and just take a few deep breaths of fresh air. Add a small step every day in your life, and you will gradually get up the mountain that you feel is insurmountable. If we stay at the base of the mountain and say, this thing is impossible to climb, we're never going to get there. Change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, you're never even going to take a first step. Change your mindset. Change it. Change your mindset today. It starts with that one small step. Maybe that's your small step today. I'm going to change my thinking right now, here and now. Don't think about the entire day that is ahead of you like it's a big mountain. How am I going to keep my mindset changed all day? Stop that. One step at a time. What is one step? Right now, right here, in this present moment, that's what we can change. That has revolutionized my life. Someone said it back in September. I think it was Aaron Dowdy on a video. And, he's, he might not be everyone's listening material. I listen a little bit to him, nothing major, but I like him. He has a lot of good wisdom. He's a spiritual teacher. So some people, whether you're a spiritual person or not a spiritual person, you take the good, you take the bad, and you just, you know what I mean? Don't get caught up with everything that you disagree with. I'm not going to listen at all to a particular person because I don't agree with this. Learn to take the little good things. Stop focusing on the negative. Take the good. Anyways, back to what he was saying. He was basically talking about that we can get so busy, caught up of everything that we want to be as far as we need to go. I want to be this and this and this. How do I fulfill my calling? How do I fulfill my purpose? It's, I have so much work to do. As we do that, we keep pushing it off into the future. We can bring it down, he said, to the present moment. Change the now. What can we do now? As we focus on that moment, next thing you know, everything that we thought was so far away is getting closer and closer and closer. Changing the mindset, practice the now. Changing the now. Change your mindset, your thinking, catch yourself. I have to, so often catch myself. Catch yourself when your mind is starting to go down the path. No, you don't. Bring it back. Change your thinking. Change your words, how you talk to yourself, how you speak. Well, you say, I don't want to deny where I'm at. Say, okay, I feel wonderful, I feel great when I feel like hell. You don't have to go that far if you're not ready. Bring it down to more positivity, like I'm okay. I'm going to get through this. Change it so that it's real to your situation, but also giving hope and faith for the change coming. Because as you implement change in your own life with small steps, you are going to have bigger and bigger changes in your own life. So I have learned that I've got to learn to not over-talk through videos. But I wanted to share something with you today, and I've gone through different types of, trying to find out where the flow is today. But I'm just going to leave it with that. And whether I finished a full thought, which I started off with, or not, I'm just going to let that go. But as I do, I want you to listen to this song. And I want you to focus on it. I'm done talking. You can stay as long as you like. I don't know if I'll keep playing.
for my healing. Thank you 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 for my healing. Thank Thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing.